Hello there ladies and gentlemen, I am the Chall and welcome to another video. Alton Towers Resort are going to be opening the Curse at Alton Manor in 2023. But what if that's not the only thing opening at the park this year? We could be seeing the return of the 2012 attraction Nemesis Sub-Terra. We're going to look at the history of the land Nemesis Sub-Terra sits on, the attraction that was previously home in that land, and also the history around the closure of the ride, and also talk about the potentiality of this returning for opening weekend in 2 weeks time. Now before we get started, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to the next YouTube video. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers and we're also on the road to 500,000 views, which is unbelievable for the channel, so thank you so much for that. And for now guys, let's talk about the past, the present and the future of Nemesis Sub-Terra as we look ahead to its scheduled potential reunion with enthusiasts and the general public in 2023 at the Alton Towers Resort. So before we can look at Nemesis Sub-Terra, we've got to look at the land it sits on. Now Lava Lump was a wall climbing attraction, a classic rock climbing wall. Now this was home in the Ugland area from 1999 right up until 2006. This area started the transformation of Alton Towers into the theme park we see today, when the corkscrew was added back in 1980. Back then the area was known as the Talbot Centre, and besides the coaster there was a few children's attractions. The area quickly became one of the thrill areas of the park, with the additions of several flat rides such as Enterprise, we'll talk about that in another video, a twirling toadstool known back then as the Wave Swinger. During this period from 1984, the area was known as Festival Park, and it remained one of the more fast-paced areas of the park until 1999 when it was rethemed into Ugland.
The land where fun began is now open. Ugland at Alton Towers.
The central attraction was of course the corkscrew, the lumbering beast that had been at the park from the very beginning. The coaster was surrounded by a good selection of other Stone Age attractions. For any cave folk wanting to take a little time out from the bone-shaking fun, they could get a great range of food from the kiosks at Bronto Bites and Sweet T-Rex shop, or win a prize on one of Ugland's many side shows, including classics such as the Dino Derby, Ugmobiles or the Rock Shop. Ugland only changed a little over the years, with the arrival of Bone Shaker in the replacement of the Dino Dancer, Sweet T-Rex changing from a shop into a kiosk, and the Ugg Family Show making way for a shooting gallery. However, overall the area's Caveman Challenge remained in full glory until 2004. The Lava Lump moved to its position alongside Forbidden Valley's entrance during the 2006 season in order to make way for the latest addition in the Caveman section, Rita, Queen of Speed.
You said nothing could top Nemesis. You said not even oblivion or air. But what you hadn't seen coming was Rita. Rita, Queen of Speed, your best Alton Towers ride ever.
Now Rita is an intimate accelerator roller coaster that launched from 0 to 100 km per hour in 2.5 seconds. Of course, no rally will be complete without a suitably racy soundtrack provided by Thunder Rock Radio. Comment down below if you remember that. Lava Lump sat in Forbidden Valley from 2006 right up until 2011 when the area was cleared. Now the rock climbing wall was blasting away and Sub-Terra was about to be born. The advertising tagline was "Your worst nightmare underground" and followed an advertising campaign much like the Smiler. Here is some details on Nemesis Sub-Terra, the manufacturer, and some stats regarding the attraction. Now, this was manufactured by ABC Rides based in Switzerland, opening in 2012. It was a drop tower in the dark, costing £5 million, 40 guests per viewing, and a capacity of 1,200 riders per hour during the 3-minute ride. Unfortunately for Alton Towers, in March 2012, the ride opened to a largely underwhelming response, and based on feedback the resort was receiving from guests, it was decided to close the ride for a few days between the 20th to the 25th of May and overhaul it. When it reopened in June, it was met by far better reviews, and most guests agreed that it had been improved. Since the end of the 2015 season, Sub-Terra remained standing but not operated, with no indication as to when or even if it would reopen. With activity seen around the site during 2018, there was speculation about what this meant for the attraction's future. However, this was confirmed to be a Scarefest maze, Project 42.
We can't let you see any of the patients we have here in quarantine. Not only are they highly contagious, they are also dangerously aggressive.
Being the problem.
Although the Scare Maze's theme paid homage to that of Nemesis Sub-Terra, with the Phalanx inviting guests to become valiant volunteers and assist in the search for the technician who held the cure to a deadly virus, the attraction had been transformed with a range of detailed sets. In February 2019, that the attraction was seemingly finally confirmed to have been permanently closed. What's happening next? Plans emerged at the start of 2022, indicating the resort were planning to replace Nemesis' track, with the official announcement in the latter part of the season, and that this work would be undertaken upon the ride closing at the end of that season, seeing Nemesis close throughout 2023 and reopening for the 2024 season. During the course of 2022, rumours began circulating that Sub-Terra could reopen during 2023 to support the storytelling around the work taking place in Nemesis. So this is an aerial shot from Nathan Thor's Shout Out to You, and this is brand new queue line just outside the ride's building, and it definitely looks a lot more fresh and new. Now this absolutely hints to more work taking place in Sub-Terra, because we saw during the time when I was at Alton Towers last year, when we spent a bit of time there and did a vlog for the season, we saw some work on the elevator bits of Sub-Terra and some cleaning up in the queue line. It seems like all the evidence is pointing towards a return for 2023 for this attraction. What were my thoughts on Nemesis Sub-Terra, just in case it is coming back? It was a fantastic ride, it was a brilliant attraction, it was overall a nice, thrilling, scary attraction. It was a nice sort of not too scary but a nice level of horror. Overall, I feel like the ride was definitely a success for Alton Towers in some ways. It wasn't an overall big world-class hit, but I think it was an overall successful attraction. I think it had its successes, I think it had its best moments, and I think it was definitely one of the most unique dark ride experiences in the UK at the time. Now, it would only been running for a few years, but to see the attraction potentially return this year would be very, very good. Now then, when are we expecting to hear anything, if indeed Nemesis Sub-Terra is coming back? I would expect something within the next 2 weeks, because let's not get it twisted here. The season starts in a couple of weeks' time, just over a couple of weeks' time. So the season isn't too far away now, and we are looking here at the potential return of this attraction. So I would expect something hopefully within the next week or so, or maybe they announce it a few days before the opening day of the season. Maybe it is going to be one of those late things, late announcements by Alton Towers. Now then, would I be excited to see this ride come back? Abso-flaming-lutely. We're getting Curse at Alton Manor in 2023, the overhaul and refurbishment of Jewel the Haunted House Strikes Back, which is opening on opening weekend anyway. To get Sub-Terra coming back as well would be even better. Now, would I expect this at the start of opening weekend? It seems like it's getting ready for opening weekend with the new queue line that's been installed. Do I think it's the right move for Alton Towers to bring it back? Absolutely, especially with Nemesis shut throughout the year. You're going to need Galactica open at the bottom end of Forbidden Valley. You're going to need the Funk and Fly open as well, because it's pretty sure that's coming back for the Retro Squad this year. Obviously, you'll have the Blade still operating. You need Sub-Terra at the top. You have the Blade and Funk and Fly to sort of cover the middle, Galactica at the bottom of Forbidden Valley, and Sub-Terra at the top. So I think having all those 4 attractions open in Forbidden Valley is absolutely crucial in terms of the ride capacity and also spreading the guests around the park while Nemesis is shut throughout the year. It's going to be very intriguing to see Forbidden Valley without an operating Nemesis for 1 year. However, this just antagonises and increases the hype for 2024 and the return of Nemesis. Nemesis Reborn. Is that going to be the name of the new Nemesis? We saw that trademark that was getting tossed around a few weeks ago. Is it going to be Nemesis Reborn? We will have to find out. But there we are, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I'm the Chall. Ta-ra for now.